We're gonna come in here real quick. I try to talk to you guys throughout the week just so that you can kind of not have to be bombarded with with Petty Tuesday and Thursday and all this other stuff. So I try to you know, try to have y'all come in, throughout the week. I'm pasting some links and stuff here. So, anyways, how y'all doing today? Y'all doing good? Y'all doing good? Y'all doing good? Y'all doing good? So, listen, the title of this very brief talk that we're going to have today is But You're Not Ready Though. And I want to talk to you guys about this because, as you know, um, I'm a counselor, and so I counsel a lot of people. Somebody said something about Oakwood. Uh, what's your affiliation with Oakwood? Well, that's a long story. Um, my affiliation with Oakwood is very, very long. Basically, my uncle is CB Rock. That's the best way to put it. And then you can go on from there to Charles Bradford, Eva Bradford Rock, who is my grandmother, and of course my mother is Wanda McGlover. So those are all the names that you need. If you walk around the buildings over there in Loma Linda and so forth and so on, you'll see our names. Also, um, my grandmother's first cousin, Leonard Douglas. Uh, his name is at the gym over there. So on and so on. So, anyways, that was a quick question. Okay, so the title of today's talk. And you can get this hat in other colors. You can get it in different colors. You can get the t-shirts and the hoodies on mmcglover.com. This is my Kyle's line, as you know, my Kyle. And it basically stands for uh, our way of saying no to all of this extreme radical taking over the female gender. Let's just put it that way. So it is basically that's what this stands for. My call stands for um, we are standing up as conservatives. We're standing up. It don't matter who you are. You could be a liberal, you could be conservative, whatever. And some of this you just do not agree with as it pertains to just coming over and hijacking the entire female race or gender or whatever you want, whatever you want to call it. It is being 110% hijacked. So that is what my call stands for. My call is our way of saying enough is enough without having to go outside with signs and protests and so forth and so on. This is our way of saying, oh, thanks so much for the badge, Jen RK. This is our way of saying enough is enough. This is a bunch of foolishness and we will not stand for it. My ovaries, my uterus, you are completely, completely correct. Okay, so let's get into what we're going to talk about today. Marriage. Let's just start off by saying marriage. You cannot deny, because I'm about to say something else, so let me say this first. You cannot deny that being married, in the traditional sense, being married meaning two people coming together, um, having children, raising a family, the nucleus, whether it's man, woman, 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 man, woman, whatever. I'm just talking about marriage as a definition pertaining to two people coming together. Okay. You cannot deny that marriage is a much better way to live. Okay. We cannot deny. I mean, can we agree on that? Y'all give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can agree on the fact that marriage, just I'm not talking about your personal marriage, because some of y'all's marriages is trash. Okay. I'm not talking about your personal marriage. I'm talking about just marriage as a whole. Okay. Marriage as a concept in and of itself. Now, wait a minute. Now, somebody already gave me a thumbs down. Damn. LaMarcus, damn. You can't agree on that concept. The concept that two people coming together, being married, having a family, building together, building companies together, paying the bills together. You can't agree that that is just like a better way to do things. Yes. Okay, so anyway, now that being said, now listen now. That being said, marriage is one of the most difficult and complex situations that you will ever be involved in. It is the most convoluted, sometimes manipulative, crazy, cuckoo situations that you will ever get yourself into. And that is if you were raised to be married. It's still the most convoluted, crazy, cuckoo thing that you've ever done. Even if you have had parents that have been married for 40 years, you grew up with your grandma, your grandpa, they were married for 35 years or 65 years, and then your aunties, they were married, and your uncles, oh, they were married and had many children and so forth and so on. Even with all of that, all of the example, all of the good things that you saw, and oh, I was raised with the marriage, the family, and all this kind of stuff, raised in the church and all this other stuff. Marriage still is one of the most complicated, ill-mannered hardships that you're ever going to be involved in your life. So the reason why this brief talk is entitled "But You Ain't Ready Though" is because so many of you come into relationships and or dating with this Cinderella type of story that you just want to get married. I just want to get married. I just want to get married. I just want to get married. But the truth of the matter is, you ain't ready though. And I know you're not ready because, for one, you don't take care of yourself. You don't cook. You don't clean. You don't have any type of routine. You can't stand children. You don't get along with other people. You don't have a lot of respect for your elders. You definitely ain't gonna have respect for your mother-in-law. Somebody touch your neighbor. You have not really gotten a real good understanding about what your purpose is and what it is that you're going to do with your life outside of marriage, outside of anybody else. I wonder if I can get somebody to answer this question. You do know that your purpose has nothing to do with whether you're married or not. You do know that, right? You have to know your purpose first before you get married. Because see, once you get married, all the married stuff starts piling on top. And if you're not real clear about whatever your purpose was before you got married, all the married stuff will start piling on top, and your purpose gonna be somewhere in the back of the shed, collecting spider webs and black mold and mildew and shit like that. You have to 110% be ready for marriage. So don't get all involved into these people who keep saying, well, I just saw a post. Somebody had put it up, a post where whatever Samuels had said, if you're 35, if you're a 35-year-old woman and you're not married yet, you're damaged goods or you're a waste or whatever. Well, honey, it's much better for you to be 35 and not married and know what you're doing than to be 35 and married and extremely unhappy. This contractual agreement that you have with, thank you, he said leftovers. This contractual agreement that you make with someone else needs to be very thorough. It needs to be very, very thorough. You have to know what you're bringing to the table, and you have to have what I like to call non-negotiables. If I have any clients on here, y'all know I talk about it all the time. There are some things that are 100% non-negotiable. And those non-negotiables are your purpose. But if you don't know what your purpose is, then you don't know what your non-negotiables are. You have no idea. You just kind of like bouncing over here and bouncing over there, and then ooh, you over here and then oh, over here, because you really don't know what you're standing firm on. You do not have a very clear understanding on what you will and will not do. This can pertain to something as simple as how you spend your time. Your time can be set up, you can say, so I'll give you a personal example. I have my own purpose. Danny has her own purpose. Okay. But in this marriage, part of what I enjoy doing is making coffee. I don't drink coffee, but I make the coffee. I make breakfast. I make lunch for her to take with her. I like to make dinner. Um, Sometimes I'll, do her laundry for her. Whatever, right? So that takes a lot of time. But my purpose is very clear and understood in me and in her. So let's say I don't do it. Let's say 1 week, 1 day, 2 days, whatever. I don't do any coffee. I don't wash. I don't cook any food. I don't do any of that. It's very rare that it happens, but let's say it does. It will happen because I am doing something pertaining to, watch me now, my purpose. And when I'm doing something pertaining to my purpose, which I made very clear before we got married, watch what I'm saying now. Somebody about to touch their neighbor. Then it is not an argument, nor is it a disappointment because I'm not doing the things that I normally do. If I feel like I have a deadline, if I feel like I gotta hurry up and get some stuff done, if I feel like, well, I've been slacking, I need to finish up my next book, I need to do this, I need to do that. It is thoroughly understood because this conversation has already been had and it's already been understood. The problem is those of you, whether you've had a grandmother that was married for 45 years, you had a mother who was married for 40 years, you had an auntie and an uncle and a this and a that and so forth and so on for however many long, you still not ready because you are not even clear on who you are and what in the hell it is that you're doing. So I say this to you today. You need to figure out whether you're in a marriage or not. You need to figure out what is it exactly that you're doing. I don't know what it is. Maybe you're supposed to be a painter. Maybe you're supposed to be a songwriter. Maybe you're supposed to be out helping children. Maybe you're supposed to build a school. Maybe you're supposed to be an incredible dog sitter. Maybe you're supposed to, uh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you're supposed to travel the world and help build shelters and so forth and so on in third world countries. I don't know what you're supposed to be doing. But whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, figure it out. Because when you figure it out, when you're able to figure that out, then you can express this passion that you feel. You can express it to the person with whom you're dating or the person that you're married to and your family, which will then help them to understand why you're not always available for whatever it is that they need. See, a lot of you think that you can just get married, call yourself married, and then that be the end all be all. And then because the other person is married to you, they should just understand and they should just accept and they should just allow and they should, oh, well, they should make time for me to try to find out my purpose. No, no, no. You make time to find out your purpose. You need to take things a little more seriously about what it is that you're doing. What is it that you're doing? If you don't know your purpose, you have several different options to find out what your purpose is. Let me start giving them to you. One, you can call me, set up a meeting. Okay, you can set up some therapy. You can do that. That's the first thing, or one thing, not necessarily the first thing, but one thing. The second thing is you people do not meditate. You don't. And when you meditate, you don't meditate well. You think that meditating is you talking to God. That's prayer. Meditating is you listening to God. Do I need to repeat myself? I'll run it back. Prayer is when you're talking to God. Meditation is when you're listening to God. In other words, you need to be quiet. If you don't know how to meditate, I'm actually working on some of my own right now. But in the meantime, while you wait, you don't need to be waiting on me. You can go on YouTube and find guided meditations. They have a whole bunch of them. Go get you a guided meditation for 10 to 15 minutes and meditate every morning. If you find your mind wandering, it's because you're not listening to the guided meditation. The next thing that you people need to be doing, listen, I'm trying to help you find your purpose. Hope. The next thing that you need to be doing is you need to have some type of working out, not walking unless you are, listen, let me tell you, the only way walking works is if you are a seasoned citizen. Okay, that means that you are, you know, you're old enough to not, you're old enough where walking is actually getting your heart rate up, so forth and so on. Okay, you're a seasoned citizen. Or if you have some disabilities and walking is getting your heart rate up. Other than that, you hoes need to be jogging. Jog, run, go to the gym, do some yoga. Why don't you do some yoga? Yoga will tear your tail completely up. I personally have not done yoga in probably a year because yoga is, I'd rather go run 7 miles than do yoga. That yoga is a beast. It's a beast, huh? Do some type of exercise where you are sweating. Pilates as well. Thank you very much. You need to do something. When you go outside and walk on your lunch break with your little home girl and y'all talking about whatever you saw on Real Housewives of Atlanta, that's not exercise. That's you talking with your home girl during lunch. That's all that is. You are not exercising. You are just going for a walk, talking trash with your homegirl about whatever Nene Leakes did or did not do with that nose. That's what you're doing. Okay? You need to be also paying attention to what it is that you're putting in your mouth. These are for people who don't know what their purpose is. I'm trying to help you. I hope you got some pen and paper. I'll put this on rewind. It is very hard for you to hear from God with a bunch of mucus in your brain. How do you get mucus? Soda pop, sugar, bunch of chips, hot dogs, junk, candy. When you have a bunch of mucus in your head and in your body, you cannot hear well because it is coming from the internal into the internal. Okay, you heard what I said. From the internal into the internal. It's all up in here. Some of you people who are not clear about what your purpose is, you need to go on a cleanse. all that cheese, milk, all that stuff is clouding you, huh? I'm trying to help you. These are the things that you need to do. You need to what? Get on my website, mmcglover.com, book some appointments. You need to do some kind of meditation. If you don't know how to meditate, get on a guided meditation. There's no excuse. You need to do some type of exercise where you are perspiring. You need to be sweating, hopefully profusely. Look the words up, Paul. You need to watch what you're putting in your mouth. Less things that cause a bunch of mucus and phlegm build up. Look it up. Then you need to be journaling. You need to be, somebody said, is Petty Tuesday early? No, it is not. Petty Tuesday is tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. I just came on here to do a little talking. Then you need to be journaling. Get some of this stuff out of your head. Some of you people can't hold a conversation because you're having about 17 conversations in your mind. Get this stuff, do a daily dump. Dump some of this stuff out of your brain and get you a regular pen and paper like regular people. Get you a pen and paper and write some of this stuff down. Give yourself a break. Your brain needs a break. You talk to yourself all damn. Aren't you tired of talking shit? Damn. You talk to yourself all day long. Get some of this stuff out. It doesn't have to make sense. Ain't nobody gonna read your little journal, honey. It could be a whole bunch of stupid words that don't even make no sense. You don't have to write sentences. You can just be like potato, tomato, tomato, tomorrow, today, yesterday, noon, 5 o'clock, whatever. Just alleviate some pressure from your mind. Are you understanding what I'm telling you? It's cluttered. You need to take time to find out who you are and what you are doing. I can tell you right now, if you ain't boo-booing, you don't hear God. Wait, let me say that again. Let me rephrase. If your colon is backed up full of boo-boo, it's very hard for you to sit still. So how can you meditate for 10, 15 minutes? Your colon is backed up. You got boo-boo in your back, all up, running up your back. You can't breathe. Your stomach feel like it's coming up to here, all this other kind of old thing. You have got to get the boo-boo out. All of this stuff comes together with the eating and the things that you put in your mouth, so forth and so on. You need to find out what your purpose is so that you can then tell people, the person with whom you're dating, the person with whom you're in a marriage, so forth and so on, so that you can then verbalize to them what is important to you. Because see, if you don't know what's important to you and you can't verbalize it, then how is anybody else going to know? If you cannot verbalize what is important to you, then how is anybody, even your husband, even your wife, even your children, even your mother, even your church, who keeps calling you, talking about, I need you to come down here to the church because I got to do this. I need you to open up the church. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. You need to be set and clear with what is it exactly that you can and cannot do. These are non-negotiables that you set up based around what your purpose is. But if you don't have no purpose, people will run you 110% ragged. They will run you ragged. They will run you ragged because they know their purpose. Trying to help you, ho. And they're trying to feed two birds with one worm. You the worm. I'm not talking bad about the people. I'm telling you that you got to stop getting mad about other people that know their purpose. And then you get caught up in their momentum. Oh, well, I'm always helping him, and I'm always helping the children, and I'm always doing this, and I'm always doing that, and I'm always helping my mother, and I'm always helping my grandmother. And I got to go over to my auntie's house, and I got to pick up my uncle. I got to take him to the hospital. I got to do this. I got to do that. Oh, well, that's because you obviously don't have nothing going on. At least nothing that they know about. Because people don't do me like that. And the reason why people don't do me like that is not because I'm not a kind person. As y'all know, I'm a very kind person. I'll do anything. I will pick you up, take you to the doctor. Well, first of all, I want to know why we got to go to the doctor. That must have meant that you weren't taking your vitamins, you weren't drinking your water, you weren't doing the shit that you were supposed to be doing. So now I got to take your black ass to the doctor. But anyways, I will take you to the doctor if that's what we have to do. I will take you to the grocery store. I will pick you up, take you wherever you want to, whatever. That is not the problem at all. But you ain't going to run me ragged, though. I will tell you no when there's something that I need to do. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. The reason why people run you ragged is because you are not clear with exactly who you are and what you're doing. Who are you? What are you doing? And people will find out how important it is to you. Listen, this is the last thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to get off this thing. This thing right here. Just get ready to touch your neighbor. Put your finger like this because you're about to move it. People will understand how important your purpose is to you based on your level of consistency with it. Ooh. Let me say it to you again. Yes, there's Petty Tuesday tonight. I said Petty Tuesday tonight, Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time, Eastern whatever time. Okay, 7 p.m. is Tuesday. On Thursday, we have the call-in show. Okay, the call-in show is on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Okay, call-in shows on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, on Tuesdays we have the Petty Tuesdays. Okay, Petty Tuesdays on Tuesday at 7 p.m. on the Eastern dial. Okay, the call-in show is on Thursday at 8 p.m. Okay, you got it? Okay, thank God. Now, listen. People will understand how important your purpose is to you based on your level of consistency to your own purpose. If you are consistent, people will take you seriously. At first, oh, thank you so much, C.W. Dean. Oh, thank you so much. Love you, Megan. You are a force sister. Oh, thank you. Listen, at first, you'll be so gung ho. Oh, you'll just be so convicted. Oh my God, I got this new idea. I found my purpose. And then you start doing it for about 2 days. And then something happens. You got to go pick up the baby from school because the baby done got in a fight. Or you got to go, to the grocery store and then they didn't have what you need. So then you had to go back to another grocery store or whatever. Or they did something, some funny business at your job. And so they had to change some things around. And now you're doing 2 jobs. You're doing more work than you were supposed to be doing before. Or they closed down your gym. Or you hit your toe. And so you can't work out. Oh God, I can't work out because I hit my toe, even though you got the whole rest of your damn body that you could be working out or whatever. So something happens and then you just can't do it. Well, people are looking, watching. And if you pull back, then they'll say, oh, you weren't that serious. You weren't that serious. You got to be real serious about your purpose. This is not, oh, well, I need to get real serious because I got to lose 25 pounds so I can fit into this dress because my friend getting married in a couple of months. Not like that. I'm talking about soul, spirit, purpose. That cannot be, oh, well, Oh, well, I got to do this. Oh, well, I got to do that. Oh, well, I got to do this. Oh, well, I got to do that. Because then no one will take you seriously. So then the next week, when you want to jump back on your shit, then everybody's like, oh, honey, we'll just give her 2 days. Just give him 2 days. He'll be back on it. Your level of consistency to your purpose is how people will treat you as you are working toward your purpose. Your level of consistency to your own purpose is how people will treat you as you are working towards your purpose. Your consistency with your purpose is how people will treat you as you go towards your purpose. Either they will help you to your purpose or they will continue to be a stumbling block. I'm trying to help you. Okay? All right. Well, that was the talk for today. Thank you so much for joining. I just love that you guys are here. Thank you so much for being here. Good Lord, I talk a lot. It has been 31 minutes. I thought I was going to be on here for 10 minutes. Is somebody putting something funny in the air every time I come on the thing? For some reason, I can't seem the whole time. I don't understand that. I really don't understand that shit. Karen said, I just ordered your Stop Lying book. It's good, honey. It's good. So I think somebody doing some funny business, some hoogity boogity or something like that when I come on these lives. Because I'll be like, oh, I'm going to be on here for 15 minutes. You know what? That's okay. I'm going to get you hooked. I'm going to start putting an alarm on my phone because I don't trust you. Y'all not to be trusted. Y'all not to be trusted. There's some funny business going on. Every time I say, I'm going to get on here for just a few minutes, get on here for a couple, 2-3 minutes. Oh, it's going to be, I did the live, what was it, last week? What live was it? I said, this is going to be the fastest live I've ever done. I was on there for almost an hour. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm starting setting an alarm. Because I see how you guys are doing it. Somebody with that lighting candle, every time I come on, blowing incense and shit. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Okay, so you guys know my book, stoplyingbook.com, stoplyingbook.com. You can get your t-shirts there. You get your workbooks. You can get the VIP version or just the regular version. And my calls line is at meganmcglover.com, meganmcglover.com. If you want some, if you guys want to talk and do some counseling, therapy, or whatever with me, you are more than welcome to go to meganmcglover.com and click on where it says counseling/therapy. And I am available. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you. If you have not logged or subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. McGloverful, McGloverful, like beautiful, McGloverful. Make sure that you subscribe. If I'm not mistaken, we will be doing something this evening, right, Amanda? I don't want to say it because if we don't do it, then I'm going to be embarrassed. So, anyways, we have reached 50,000 subscribers. I am completely stoked. I'm so happy that we reached 50,000 subscribers. That is 50,000 of y'all. So this is super duper incredible for me. I'm really, really happy about that. Thank you guys so, so very much for the 50,000 of you who like me so much. Yes, we are growing. We are growing. So love you so much. I'm leaving this thing now. If you are on Instagram and you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. McGloverful, McGloverful. And I will see you guys tonight. What time? 7 p.m. That's what they used to say at the church house. I don't know if they say it anymore, but if they say we have an afternoon concert today, we have an afternoon concert today at 4 p.m. Make sure that you come back to church. What time is the concert? 4 p.m. All right, amen. So anyway, we have it. Petty Tuesday. What time? 7 p.m. Make sure that you tell your neighbor. Make sure that you go out when you are out talking about and having dinner, so forth and so on, that we will meet you at the McGloverable Church of YouTube at 7 p.m. for the Petty Tuesday, 7 p.m. Okay? So I will see you guys. What an idiot. I will see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Okay? Okay, bye. Oh man, that is too funny. 7 p.m. Ho.